Hi everyone, welcome to Go Classes. Today we have with us Siddharth, who got All India rank 38 in GATEcs 2025. Siddharth was Go Classes complete course student. We are very happy and proud of him. We have already taken the complete preparation journey interview of Siddharth. The link you can find in the description, also in the pinned comment. In this session, our purpose, our target is to answer the questions related to gate preparation with college and with placement. How to manage your gate preparation with your college, with third year, with fourth year, with second year, with first year, and how to manage your gate preparation with placement. Okay, so all these doubts related to gate, placement, college, related to these three, all the doubts we will answer in this session. We are going to answer all these doubts with all India rank 38, that is Siddharth. Siddharth, thank you for joining us in this session.
Thank you, sir.
So, Siddharth, let's come back to our topic, that is handling the how to handle the gate preparation with college and placement. So, please, first you let us know that you cracked the gate exam with final year, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
got this
That's
all India 38 with final year. Okay.
yes, sir.
So, I want to know, when did you decide your mind? When did you make your mind that you want to go for the gate preparation? During which semester you made your mind?
In the first year itself, I made my mind that I'll be giving good exam and I'll be joining IIT.
In the first year.
And in the first year, initial days.
Okay.
And but I started preparation in my third year. Uh, yeah, in the first year, I made my mind.
Okay. So, Siddharth, the first question that we have received from the students, that is, what path should a third year student take, gate, placement, or something else? For third year students, which path would you recommend? Gate preparation, placement preparation, or something else?
Uh, it depends upon. Uh, don't do the both. Don't do both at a time. Choose anything one. Uh, Whether to choose gate or whether to choose placement, and it entirely depends upon you and your college and your financial condition. If a student wants to support his family or her family financially, then yeah, he can choose placements, and for 2 years he can do a job, and after he can, if he wants to still wants to do a master's, then he can crack it after 2 years of doing a job. Yeah, it is a question which is, but don't do both at a time. There is no point of sitting in placements if you want to do a master's at IIT or an IIT. Don't do both. Focus on one thing. Yeah.
Okay. So, Siddharth, basically the conclusion is that if the student does not have good financial conditions, if the placement is a necessity,
Yeah.
so then in that case the student can try for placements, try to get placed. Once you get placed, then you can do the gate preparation with the job. See, here I also want to share my experience that during my btech, many of my friends, they got, you know placed in the mass recruiter companies, these service based companies that come to the tier 3 colleges. So they got placed there, 4 lpa, 3.5
Yeah.
lpa, that was the package. At that moment, actually they did not realize that it is kind of a trap. See,
Yeah.
what I want to tell you, you can join the job, no problem. Okay, you join the job, but the point is, don't get settled there. You work on your skills. Either you can prepare for the gate, okay, along with your job, either you can prepare for gate, or maybe some other skills you can develop. But the point is, when you get a placement from the tier 3 college, and if the placement package is not very huge, for example, if the package is less than 7 lpa, less than or equal to 7 lpa, or even 9 lpa, less than or equal to 9 lpa, then you should not get settled. You should continue upskilling yourself. Either you can prepare for the gate exam with your job, or you can do some other skills. You can improve some other skills. But the point is, please do not get settled. Okay, do not get satisfied that, okay, that this is the job, okay, let me enjoy for 2 3 years. Because if you do that, then after 2 3 years it will be very hard for you to again start studying. Okay, it is the best
Yeah.
time that with your job you can prepare. And maybe not necessary in 1 year, maybe you can get a top rank in the gate exam in 2 year. With job, You can prepare for 2 years and you can get a top rank, and then you can go to top college and you can do your MTech. So this is one of the suggestions that Siddharth and I, both of us, will recommend to you. So Siddharth, in the chat, actually a doubt is there. A student is saying that, sir, in my college there is 75% attendance criteria. How to manage it? So Siddharth, I just want to know from you, in your college was there such criteria?
Yes, sir. There was 75% attendance criteria.
So how
Uh,
did you manage? How
actually,
did you manage?
yes, sir. Actually, I was given the attendance in the sense like I used to sit at the in our department there is a library. I used to sit there and study. So it is like I am coming to college, but I'm not coming to the classes. In our department there's a library, but I don't go to the classes, but I sit at the library and I study. Sir used to check my progress in the sense like whether I'm coming to college or not. They used to check my progress, but I don't go to the classes, but I used to sit in library and I used to study for gate only.
So in your college,
From
yes, yes, yes.
September 2023, I think, yeah, this was the scenario.
So Siddharth, in your college, this 75% attendance criteria, was it for was it for just coming to the college, or was it for the lectures that you have to attend 75% lectures you have to attend?
Yeah, 75% attendance was for the lectures only. Actually, what happened is like I started my preparation in the month of September. If I was giving 6 to 7 hours of preparation with college itself from August only. But what happened is if I don't give 10 to 12 hours of preparation every day, I won't be able to complete the syllabus in my third year attempt. So I asked my department HOD for permission for giving me attendance. That I will be sitting here. The library will be beside the classes only, sir. I will be sitting in the library and I will be studying for GATE, and you can check me anytime you want. Uh, and yeah, this was the scenario. I asked him, and he was like checking me whether I was seriously preparing for GATE or not. And when he found that I was really serious about the only GATE preparation, and he permitted me. And yeah, how I got the permission for my attendance.
That's really interesting. So basically, you went to your HOD and
Yeah,
you requested your HOD that, sir, please allow me to study for GATE exam. I will be coming to the college. I will be sitting in the library. You can check me anytime. I will be there.
yeah.
But let me prepare for the GATE exam. And your HOD basically approved.
Yeah, actually, what was my point is like students who do internships in third year itself, they do get permissions for attendance. Um, they do get permission for the 75% attendance, whatever it is. But it is something like which gives a boost for their career growth, right? Doing an internship can add in the resume and anything like that. Even for a student who wants to do a master's or who wants to pursue higher degree, they should also be given equal chances. Like if he's really very serious about preparing for GATE or anything like CAT or something, any exam, he also must be provided equal chances along with the students who are preparing for placements. Since the students preparing for placements and cracked in internship in third year can get attendance permission. So yeah, this was how I asked. And before asking any permission, what is my opinion is like you don't go to the directly to the college and ask me I want to prepare for GATE. They don't give the like that. Usually it doesn't work. What I did was like I showed the progress to my HOD, sir. Like I did until this percentage of work I have completed already, and this much is left. If I don't give 10 to 12 hours of every day, it is definitely impossible to complete this work. I convinced him by showing this is what I want to do. I showed him the 3 to 4 month plan I already have in my mind. I explained to him everything, and he was convinced.
Okay, so this is a really interesting suggestion. Maybe so a student Komal is asking this doubt. So Komal, maybe you can try. Maybe you can go to your HOD. You can request them that you want to go for higher studies for MTech, you want to go to top college and you want to prepare for the gate exam. So please allow, you can request your HOD that please allow me to prepare for the gate exam. I will be very serious. I will be coming to library. I will study. You can check me that I'm studying. I'm coming to the college. So basically everything that Siddharth has done, and go to your HOD with a solid plan that okay, this is my progress. I have been preparing for the gate exam for so months, and now these many subjects I have completed, these many subjects are remaining, this is my plan for the next 6 or 7 months. So this kind of, I can say, very strong request you can make. This will be a very strong request, because you are also sharing your progress with the HOD. It is not a just some kind of excuse, okay, to
Yeah.
maybe. So
Yes,
it
sir.
should not feel that it is an excuse to skip the classes. You can request your HOD, maybe try this, maybe it will work. So I hope, Komal, your doubt has been answered by Siddharth. So please try this. Maybe you try this and let us know in the comments after 2 3 days. Okay, after few days, let us know on the Go Classes YouTube channel. You can make a comment under any video. Just make a comment, and we will see. Maybe under this video, you make a comment. Okay, after few days, you go to your HOD, you request, and let us know their reply. Okay, so let's see. So Siddharth, let me go to the next question, that is, why did you choose gate? Why not placements? So first of all, let me know that did you sit for the placements? Did you prepare for the placements?
No, sir, I did not prepare for placements.
Okay,
I
why why
was,
why did you prefer gate over placements? Let us know.
yeah. Actually, my reason was, actually, I'll tell you from my childhood only. I was from a decent school, and later I shifted to a government school in my seventh, and no, sorry, eighth and ninth grades. Uh, actually, I was pretty good in the school also, in the sense of study and all. When I went to the government school, in the eighth grade, I was okay. I was giving enough time for study and extracurricular activities. But in the ninth grade, what happened was like I was not even caring about study. I even failed in one exam. I think in English I failed in my ninth grade final exams. And after that, my parents shifted me to some private school, which is a very good school. And after going there, I changed a lot. Because the environment around us, the people around us in government school are not very serious about studies, but the people who are in the private school studying in a 10th class, they're really very serious about getting a good score in school 10th class marks and all. And I observed the difference between me. The person is same. I am the same in the ninth grade and also in the 10th grade, but there is a difference between the environment I was in ninth class I was in a government school, and in the 10th class I was in a private school. And when I went to the intermediate also, students were like this. They already prepared for JEE, because they were studying in techno schools, like that. They were preparing for JEE from 7th 8th standards itself. So I observed that. And after that, what happened is like, I when I was surrounded by these kind of people, I eventually upgraded myself, and somehow I managed to be in the top 10 in my college. In within my college, I managed to be in top 10 my first year. This is the only reason. What I observed is, when you surround yourself with people who are better than you, and who are really aiming to get a really good life in education, career, and like this. But unfortunately, I could not crack JEE, and I joined Tier 3 college because it was COVID pandemic in my second year of intermediate. And I joined in Tier 3 college, and I fixed my mind by then only. Just as I mentioned, I was pretty sure I want to crack GATE in my first year itself. I was very sure that I want to go to IIT just because I want a good environment and the surroundings, and the people I want to surround myself must be smarter and better than me, so that I could learn something from them. This is the whole only reason why I want to go into IIT, and to go into IIT, GATE is the option after BTech. That is why I chose GATE over placements. Placements why I did not choose is like, even if I work really very hard, uh, the placement opportunities for boys is relatively less than compared to girls. And even if I work really hard, I could get 12 lakhs or 10 lakhs package. It would be sufficient. I did not see that I can grow in a good, better way from getting a placement from a tier 3 college. So I decided to go to IIT, and I'll surround myself with good people so that I can learn something from them. And also the professors IIT are top notch level. Yeah, we can learn a lot there.
So, Siddharth, basically, your mind was very clear from the beginning of your BTech that you want to go for the higher studies, you want to study in the top colleges in a good environment, basically, of people, as you are saying, people better than you, and also the professors, and all. So, basically, these factors were already there in your mind. So, that was a clarity that you had. Now, another reason that you mentioned that in the tier 3 college, anyway, the placements are not good. So, in your college also, maybe the placements will be, in the same range. I think that will be 3.5 LPA to maybe 7 to 8 LPA.
Yes, sir.
Is that the same?
Yes, sir. It was the same, sir. Most of my friends were stuck around 3.5 to 6 LPA.
Okay.
Yeah, that
So,
is, sir.
so in your mind, it was clear that, okay, it is not worth the preparation.
Yeah.
This package is not worth your time that you do the preparation of the placement for this kind of package. So that's the reason you decided that, okay, let me prepare for the gate exam, crack the gate exam within the third year or final year, and go to the top college.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, sir.
So, Siddharth, one question I want to ask here. In your mind, there was a clarity. Sometimes some students, they don't have this clarity, they have confusion. So, can you answer the confusion? Actually, you have already answered that if the financial condition is not good, then of course the students should go for the placement, take placement, and with job they should prepare for the gate exam. That we have already discussed. But in the first year, second year, or third year, so if a student is confused, what to do? Okay, like,
Yeah.
it is not clear. Should I go for the placement? Should I go for the gate exam? It is not clear. Like, they are very confused. So for this type of student, what would you suggest?
Um, okay, sir. Let's assume a student is getting 6 LPA and is able to earn 35 to 45,000 per month. Um, what happens is, in what happens in the tier 3 college placements is like we cannot choose the role we want. The company chooses the work that we have to do, right? At the end, what happens is you have to go to the office every day from Monday to Friday. You won't get leaves. You won't have that liberty of asking leaves. In the most of the cases, it happens. You can see some similar pattern. You have to work 5 days a week. It is like a discipline for the work that which we don't like. We have to be consistent for the work which we don't like, just because we want money at the beginning of the month, right? You if you even if you work for 2 years and go to masters after 2 years, it is better to work from the third year itself. With the same. Anyway, you have to be consistent. That there you have two options. Whether you can be consistent with the work that you don't like after your BTech, or with the work that you like, or something you like to study in the third year itself. You can be consistent for these 2 years or 1.5 year. You can be at even a very better position after BTech only, right? It is it is your choice. Either discipline is must at the end of the BTech or during the BTech. You can choose by yourself whether you want to be get disciplined for the work you like or the work you don't like, because for the work you don't like you do just because you are getting money. That is the choice you can make. This is what I believe, sir. Ki discipline is must at the end, but you have to choose whether we will work for ourselves or we will work for someone else.
So
Yeah.
basically, one advice from my side also, after listening to Siddharth answer, this is my advice also. Sometimes when you are confused, should I go for placement? Should I prepare for the gate exam? When there is a confusion, there is some inner voice that will tell you that यार, तुझे मन तो तेरा ये करने का है। हाँ, मतलब दिमाग बोल रहा है कि यार ये कर लेते हैं, बाद में नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी, रिसेशन आ जाएगा, एआई आ जाएगा, नौकरी खा जाएगा, नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी। ठीक है, एक तरफ तो आपके दिमाग में इस तरह की चीज़ें चल रही होंगी, प्लेसमेंट लेना पड़ेगा, पेरेंट्स का दबाव है, सारे कॉलेज का जो एनवायरनमेंट है वो भी प्लेसमेंट 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 है। तो एक तरफ तो ये चीज़ें चल रही हैं, दूसरी तरफ आपके दिमाग में चल रहा होगा कि यार गेट की प्रिपरेशन कर लूंगा तो मतलब कि किसी बेसिकली हायर एजुकेशन करके किसी टॉप कॉलेज से और अच्छा प्लेसमेंट ले लूंगा, तो मतलब बेसिकली आपके माइंड में कंफ्यूजन आपके माइंड में चल रहा होगा, तो मेरा एक सजेशन है, दोनों साइड आपकी एक इनर वॉइस होगी, या तो वो प्लेसमेंट के फेवर में होगी, या फिर वो गेट के फेवर में होगी, या फिर वो किसी किसी थर्ड अदर एक मतलब, तो ये तीन चॉइसेस है, आइदर प्रिपेयर फॉर द गेट एग्जाम और प्लेसमेंट और अदर। नाउ देर विल बी इनर वॉइस, आप इनमें से कोई एक चॉइस पक्का होगी जिसकी तरफ आप इंक्लाइंड हो, आप बस किसी और के मुंह से सुनना चाहते हो, कोई बस आपको बस आके बोल दे कि यार जो तुम सुनना चाह रहे हो बस वो मेरे को बोल दे, कोई कोई मेरे को उस तरह की एडवाइस दे दे, तो फिर मैं तैयारी शुरू करूंगा। ठीक है, चाहे वो प्लेसमेंट हो, चाहे वो गेट हो, चाहे वो कुछ और हो, तो आप बस सुनना चाह रहे हो किसी और से कि यार जो मेरी इनर वॉइस है, वो कोई मेरे को बाहर से आके दो चार जने मेरे को आके बोल दें कि हाँ यार ये सही है। समझ रहे
हाँ,
हो सिद्धार्थ, ये
यस
होता है
सर,
कई
यस सर,
बार, बहुत बार ऐसा
यस
होता है।
सर।
तो मेरा बस एक सजेशन है, अगर आपकी एक इनर वॉइस है और आप चाहते हो कि यार कोई तो दो चार लोग मिल जाएं जो मेरे को बस मेरी इनर वॉइस को सपोर्ट कर दें, तो सबसे बेस्ट इंसान जो आपकी इनर वॉइस को सपोर्ट कर सकता है वो आप हो। करो, खुद की इनर वॉइस को सपोर्ट कर लो, बार बार में ये मौके नहीं आने वाले। ठीक है, चाहे वो कुछ भी हो सकता है, आपको प्लेसमेंट की इनर वॉइस है तो प्लेसमेंट में जाओ, अच्छे से तैयारी करो, प्लेसमेंट लो, जॉब लो, फिर उसके बाद में अपना स्किल्स डेवलप करो, फिर स्विच करो। ओके, आपका पैकेज बढ़ता चला जाएगा। एक वो तरीका है। दूसरा तरीका है गेट की तैयारी करो, अच्छे से तैयारी करो, टॉप रैंक लाओ, कॉन्सेप्ट्स को सीख के टॉप रैंक ला के, और उसके बाद में किसी अच्छे टॉप कॉलेज से एमटेक करके, और उसके बाद में अच्छा पैकेज लो। तो बहुत सारे तरीके, और भी बहुत सारे तरीके हैं। बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट जो है वो यूपीएससी, एसएससी, बैंक, बहुत सारी चीजों की और भी काफी सारे रास्ते हैं। लेकिन हर रास्ते के ऊपर आपको क्या करना है, जो भी आपने एक बार रास्ता फाइनल कर लिया कि मेरी इनर वॉइस है कि मेरे को इस डायरेक्शन में जाना चाहिए, चाहे वो फॉर एग्जांपल एसएससी की तैयारी हो गई या फिर यूपीएससी की तैयारी हो गई, अगर आपकी इनर वॉइस कहती है कि मुझे इस डायरेक्शन में जाना चाहिए, तो अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट डालना शुरू करो। ये कंफ्यूजन के अंदर टाइम वेस्ट मत करो कि दो चार महीने वेस्ट कर दिए। मैं सिद्धार्थ एक्चुअली एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ। एक स्टूडेंट ने मुझे लास्ट सितंबर में, सितंबर 2024 में मैसेज किया कि सर प्लेसमेंट करूं, गेट की तैयारी करूं, क्या करूं। मैंने उस टाइम उनको बोला कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो, तो स्टूडेंट ने बोला कि सर मैं चाहता तो हूँ गेट की तैयारी करना। फिर उसके बाद में वहां पे मैंने सजेशन दे दिया कि हाँ चलो गेट की तैयारी अभी से शुरू कर दो। एक महीने बाद फिर से मैसेज आया कि सर क्या करूं, प्लेसमेंट करूं, गेट करूं। मैंने सीधा मतलब चैट में तो दिख ही रहा था मुझे,
हाँ,
तो
हाँ,
मैंने सीधा
यस।
बोला कि यार एक महीने से तुम मतलब कंफ्यूजन में ही मतलब निकाल दिया। इस एक महीने में अगर तुमने गेट की तैयारी शुरू करी होती अब तक तो एक सब्जेक्ट खत्म हो जाता, या दो सब्जेक्ट खत्म हो जाते, या फिर काफी सारी प्रोग्रेस हो जाती है आपकी। तो
यस।
मैंने उसको फिर से सजेशन दिया कि अब मत टाइम वेस्ट करना, अब जो भी आपकी इनर वॉइस है उसको फॉलो करो, और जो भी आपने डिसाइड कर लिया कि मुझे ये करना है, उसमें अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट, हर दिन अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट कंसिस्टेंटली अभी से शुरू कर दो। उस स्टूडेंट का मेरे पास फिर से मैसेज आया एक महीने बाद, दो महीने बाद, एक्चुअली टेलीग्राम के ऊपर भी, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा स्टूडेंट का,
या
लेकिन टेलीग्राम पे, रेडिट पे, हर जगह वो स्टूडेंट ने वो चीज़ें पूछी, एक महीने बाद, दो महीने बाद भी। मैं एक्चुअली मुझे ऑब्वियसली वो स्टूडेंट काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है क्योंकि कन्फ्यूजन में है, तो इसलिए ऐसी चीज़ें हो रही हैं। लेकिन मैं बस उस स्टूडेंट को, अगर वो स्टूडेंट देख रहा है या फिर और भी फ्यूचर के एस्पिरेंट्स अगर कोई और स्टूडेंट अगर देख रहा है, मैं बस एक सजेशन देता हूँ कि टाइम वेस्ट मत करो, आराम से दो चार दिन ले लो, डिसाइड कर लो कि क्या करना है, फैमिली से बात कर लो, किसी से भी बात करो, अपने जो भी आपको लग रहा है कि जो आपको सही गाइडेंस देगा उससे बात कर लो। इधर उधर सबसे बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन एक बार अपनी इनर वॉइस आपने डिसाइड कर लिया कि यार मुझे इसकी तैयारी करनी है, तो फिर एक बार शुरू कर दो। ऐसा नहीं कि हर महीने सेम ही कंफ्यूजन के अंदर आप अपने दो चार पांच महीने वेस्ट कर दिए। ऐसा मत करो प्लीज। ठीक है, चाहे आप कुछ भी करना चाहते हो तो शुरू करो, गेट स्टार्टेड।
हाँ।
ठीक है, यूटिलाइज एवरी डे, अपना बेस्ट दो हर दिन, और उसके बाद में उस रास्ते के अंदर टॉप करो, और टॉप करके आराम से अपनी सक्सेस लो जो भी आपको करना है, लेकिन प्लीज डू नॉट वेस्ट टाइम। सो सिद्धार्थ, let me ask you another question that students were asking us, that is, how should a second year student start preparing for the gate exam? In second year, if a student has already made a mind that okay, I want to prepare for the gate exam, I want to crack the gate exam with third year or final year, then how should they approach?
Um, in my opinion, a second year student is having two attempts. He can attempt in third year and also he can attempt in fourth year. In your third year attempt, do self preparation because you will understand which coaching is right for you, and also you can decide by yourself. You'll understand. You will do many mistakes. Self preparation in the sense, go to YouTube, see the strategy videos, proper videos, see few videos, and prepare a strategy by yourself. Follow that strategy. In between, you will find this is not working for me. Uh, then you will understand what is actually right and which what. and also you'll understand what actually gate expects from the student in the examination, and also you'll understand what can I expect from a coaching, and which coaching is providing all the things which I was expecting. You'll get a self realization. I can tell this coaching is good, that coaching is good, anything I can say. Any topper can say that. Everyone says something based on their personal experience. But you might be a someone who, if you ask, if you ask me, AR38, and I was saying some few things, you might get up to only AR38. But if you try by yourself, who knows, you can even get in the top 10, or you might get in that AR1 also, right? For a second year student, I strongly suggest to do self preparation in the first year. I mean, for 1 year, and don't do preparation just to understand the pattern of gate. Give prepare in the by keeping in the mind that I should get a top 100 rank this year only. Keep that in mind and prepare for that level. Then you will eventually understand. I prepared by myself, sir, and I got to understand what are the mistakes that I have done. I covered every single mistake I have done. There were, I don't feel that I missed something from my third year preparation. I did not cover in my fourth year preparation. If you do self preparation, you will realize by yourself. Self realization is the best. Anybody can say even anybody can say anything, even if it is good or bad. People don't understand by some other words. If you realize by yourself, then definitely you will understand. Since a second year student have 1 year time, they can do self preparation, and if they don't get the desired rank, then they will understand by themselves whether they need coaching or not. They'll get these questions. The answers for these questions they don't have to ask anyone else. They'll get the answers by themselves only. In my fourth year also, I did not ask any topper what I have to do. What even Telegram also don't ask anyone what I have to do, how I have to do all these things. I design my own strategy. I design everything by myself on. You'll get that self realization. That is really very important. Yes.
Okay. So Siddharth, basically with your third year, let me tell the context to the students. With third year, Siddharth attempted GATE computer science exam. He got all India rank 2300, I think 2376.
Yes, sir, right.
Yes. So 2376, almost 23 or 2400 rank Siddharth got with the third year. And with the final year, he prepared and got all India rank 38. Okay. So you can watch another complete preparation journey. Basically, in this video, in this session, we are focusing on, gate placement, college, how to handle these things. That is our focus. But if you want to know the complete gate preparation journey of Siddharth, like how did he do revision, test series, weekly quizzes, course, gate PYQs, okay, all these things, if you want to know, then you can watch the complete preparation journey interview of Siddharth. The link you can find in the pinned comment, also in the description, so you can watch it. Okay. Now, Siddharth, coming to your point, you have suggested that students don't have to ask, others
Yeah.
which coaching to join. They can decide by themselves by watching the free lectures, by watching the lectures, they can decide themselves. So, Siddharth, just one question, that after getting 2300 rank, what was the factor that made you join Go classes for your final year preparation? You got 38 rank with final year with Go classes. You prepared for 1 year, but you joined Go classes after your GATE 2024 exam was over in March. In March 2024, you joined Go classes. So just let us know the factor to choose the coaching according to you. Different students can have different factors to choose which coaching they prefer. But what was your factors?
My factor was only depth of subjects, sir. matlab. Everything is taught in very in depth, sir. I did not join Go classes like uh, just like by some other people's suggestions and so topper suggested me. I did not join Go classes like that. In January 2024, I watched free lectures available on YouTube, and I liked those lectures that much. I felt very happy also in the sense like how can someone do this amount of work, and how I even wonder now how can you even get all those questions from the standard resources or university homeworks. I also wanted to know how this internally works. Yeah, and that is the only reason I saw operating system lectures and graph theory lectures from you. These were the on YouTube, not to the complete course lectures, but the available on YouTube. While watching operating system lectures, the in-depth knowledge that sir is giving, I have never seen that level of in-depth any faculty going into that level of depth. So I decided like something is there which in Go classes which is not available in other coaching institutes. So I studied YouTube from many coach faculty which teachers now in many coaching institutes. But I never seen that much level of depth in any of the lectures. I have seen for more than 4 to 5 faculty videos in my third year attempt. So I decided Go classes because of their in-depth learning and the proofs. I love proofs. I mean, uh, actually, in my third year, or in my BTech college also, if I say to some student, like when they are solving an aptitude question, if I say, just understand why you are using this particular formula for this particular problem, and most of the students will be like, why you need that? You are getting the answer right. Lectures will be like this, like these are not the college lectures. These are lectures available on YouTube. They used to see the lectures available on YouTube for the particular aptitude question pattern, and they used to apply one formula, and they will get the answer eventually. But what I used to suggest them was try to understand why the formula came, try to understand how the formula was derived, and nobody was interested that much. And I haven't even seen any faculty teaching the pros behind all these things. I have seen only Go classes videos on YouTube, which were like going in that much developed. So I chose Go classes. I was very sure. In January only, I was sure. After watching operating system and graphic lectures, I was damn sure that I am going to join Go classes. Yes, sir.
So thank you, Siddharth, for sharing your experience. Let me ask you the next question. That is, should I prepare for GATE only because I was not placed? The doubt is a student is
Yeah.
asking this doubt. I have written it. So the student was basically asking that if I do not get placement, then should I go for the GATE? Like the motivation to prepare for the GATE exam, should it come only because I was not placed? If I was placed, then there is no need to go for the GATE exam. So this was the confusion. Can you answer it?
Uh, I think uh, if he is not placed in the BTech college, it is very difficult to get placed offline, right? So one option is to you can prepare for GATE, but he's not sure whether he wants to prepare for GATE. For damn sure he wants to prepare for GATE or not. I will suggest ki it is very difficult to decide because he is not sure about GATE. Neither he is placed in the college placement drives. I don't expect him that he will get placed in the offline interviews, the working interviews in other companies. I would suggest him to prepare for GATE, but I would suggest him to only stick with GATE. Don't think about placements later on after preparing for GATE for 2 to 3 months. Stick with GATE and only focus on GATE. Eventually, definitely GATE is not something like very difficult to crack. I think placements are even more difficult to crack than GATE. I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would suggest him to prepare for GATE, but stick to GATE only. Don't get confused between again GATE and placements.
Siddharth, actually, if a student is getting the placement, let's assume the package is also decent, like 7 LPA, let's assume 6 LPA. That is the package a student is getting. The student has gotten the placement. Now, is it worth going for the GATE exam, or should they stick to the placement? Or now also, like, can you tell us, is it worth that? Okay, they should go for the GATE exam.
Yes, sir, it is worth to go to the GATE with the GATE exam. Uh, if we talk regarding the money, uh, if you go to the GATE exam and if you get a good rank and you get into an IIT, you won't have any financial burden because you will receive, I think, 12,000 something around per month as a scholarship from I think, from government. And the fees is also not that much high in MTech compared to BTech colleges. You won't have any financial burden while studying MTech. And after studying MTech, the least package you can get 10 LPA. It will be the least one. At least package you'll get 10 LPA, and you'll have no financial burdens in doing the MTech because you'll get around 13,000 per month, right? And the fees won't be that much high that you cannot pay. Yeah. So I would suggest, even if he is getting a 10 lakhs package, also I would suggest him to go to the GATE because he'll learn a lot in life. Focus on learning. You can earn. I mean, we are only 21 years age right now. If a proper fourth year guy will be around 21, 22, you can earn in it, can earn later also. Better focus on learning. Uh, Eventually you can earn the money. Yeah.
So basically the college students, this interview, this session is related, this session is for those students who are already in the BTech college. So Siddharth is basically saying that you are just 20 or 21 years old, so it is worth that you can, continue your study, you can go for MTech. And because when there is a gap, let's assume they go for the job, and let's assume for 2 3 years they get settled, they do not study, they just get settled, then suddenly they make mind that okay, let me go for the gate exam, then it will become difficult, because there is a gap of not studying for the not studying anything. 2 3 years you did not study, you were settled, you were comfortable. So now it will become very hard to study for 5 to 6 hours every day.
Yeah.
So this is just a suggestion. Either you can crack the gate exam with third year or final year, and you can just immediately after BTech you can go to the top college MTech. Or if you did not crack gate exam with third year or final year, then what you can do, you can join the job, and with job you do not get comfortable, do not get settled. Okay, you can prepare for the gate exam with job. Maybe in 1 or 2 years you can get top rank, and then you can go to MTech. So
Actually, sir, uh,
yes.
I recently talked with one student who is working right now, and he was asking from, can you suggest any daily routine or preparation plan that works for a working professional who works from 10 to 6? I just told him that follow. Acha, he was a Go classes student. So what I told to him was follow the schedule given by Go classes. Go classes in Go classes schedule there will be only 4 to 5 hours of lectures every day. If he even if he wake up at 5 in the morning, and even if he studies up to 9 and goes to office by 10, after coming from, he told me that he can manage 6 hours of study every day. So I told him to watch 4 to 5 hours of lectures from Go classes schedule, and I asked him to do PYQs for the particular topics that you learned on that particular day in the office. For half an hour to 1 hour you can manage that time, and you can solve PYQs only on that particular 4 to 5 hours lectures. I asked him to solve these, and I asked him to give weekly quizzes in the weekends. In the weekends, he can give weekly quizzes and all. And for the revision, I told him that the revision strategy I followed. When you complete a subject this month, after 15 to 20 days, revise that particular subject and give topic-wise test and subject-wise test. Topic-wise test give, for suppose let's assume he completed in the April month. After 3 weeks, he got a weekend. He can revise that particular subject in the weekend, and he can give topic-wise test in those 2 days. He will complete one revision, and in the next weekend he can give subject wise test of that subject, right? By this you can complete the revision also. The lectures are completed, the PYQs are completed. If when you're doing like this and following the Go classes schedule, you can complete the syllabus by September or October. Even if it extends up to November also, then it is okay because you are revising the things, right? And you are going to the office also, and still you are able to recall everything in your mind. And weekly quizzes is also getting completed. PYQs is also getting done during the office hours. And you in the last 3 months, you can leave the job or anything you can do, and you can give more than 8 to 9 hours of study every day, and he can crack the placement, right? This is what I suggested for a student. It might help for a working professional, like how to manage lectures, PYQ, weekly quizzes, test series, topic-wise test, subject-wise test, when they give you all these tests and when they give the mock test. Yeah, this might work, I think.
That's really great suggestion, Siddharth. So you had this conversation with the student who is preparing for the GATE exam with job, and who is already enrolled in the
Yes,
Go
sir.
classes. So you were having this
Right, sir.
conversation. Okay. Okay.
Yesterday I had a conversation with him.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So maybe he is also
Yeah.
watching, and if he is not watching, maybe you can provide this particular time stamp where we have done the discussion related
Yeah.
to how to prepare for the GATE exam with job. So maybe you can share with him. Actually,
Sure.
so Siddharth, let me answer one doubt in the chat. In the chat, there is a student. The name is Try to Find Me. So the student is basically asking which subject to start first, discrete mathematics or C programming, and tell the order and how to maintain the consistency. And congratulations, Siddharth Pro. So this particular student try to find me. Please listen to me carefully. That please watch Go Classes Gate CS 2025 orientation session on YouTube. You write on YouTube, just write Go Classes orientation session. This is what you write. These three words: Go Classes orientation session. Please watch the complete orientation session. It is only of 2 hours. If you watch it at 2x speed, you can complete it in 1 hour. And let me tell you, for the complete gate CS 2026 preparation, the complete roadmap you will get to know. Okay, so on YouTube, please search Go Classes orientation session. Watch the session fully from beginning till the end at 2x speed. You can watch, and you will you will get all your doubts answered. Okay, every doubt that you are asking in that single video, all your doubts will be answered. Okay, is that fine? Try to find me. Let me know. Is that fine? Okay. So Siddharth, let's go to the next question. Can coding and gate preparation be managed simultaneously?
Mm, in my case, I don't think so. We can manage coding. If you're a final year student, you cannot manage coding and get preparation simultaneously. If you are a second year student, yes, you can do it for 1 year or 1.5 year, and later you can focus on gate entirely. I mean, you can do coding with gate preparation for 1 to 1.5 year, and in the last 6 to 7 months or 5 to 6 months, you can focus only on gate. Yeah, that I mean, I don't believe in having any other work other than gate. I don't, because it distracts me. Even coding is really very interesting if we sit and do coding. And if I get really a very good problem and I was not able to solve, I will sit for 2 to 3 hours and I will be thinking how to solve this problem, how to get optimal solution and all. That will affect my preparation, right? At the end, if you are a fourth finalist student, I won't recommend to do coding because after gate exam, February gate exam will be completed. Until August, you will have plenty. You have amount. You
Six
have good
months.
amount of time. Yeah,
Six
six
months.
months are there. You can prepare for. You can do coding. See, for 6 months, if you do coding, you will be really very good. You don't have to worry about the coding. But if you're a secondary student, yeah, I would recommend to do for 1 year. Go coding plus gate.
So if your single minded focus single mind focus is on the gate preparation, okay, that is your target, that okay, I want to crack the gate exam, I want to go to MTech in the top college, that is your ultimate aim. Then in that case, basically Siddharth is suggesting that if you are in third year or final year, then you can fully focus on the gate exam fully. Okay, you don't have to worry about placement and coding. You can fully focus on the gate exam, because remember, in the February the gate exam will be over, by the 10th February maximum. Okay, so before you join your MTech on the 1st August, there will be 6 months. In those 6 months you can do a lot of coding. First you crack the gate exam, if that is your focus. Okay, this is for those students who have already made their mind that I want to crack the gate exam, I want to go for MTech in the top college. This is for those students that you do not have to worry about coding and placement, because these things you can do in the 6 months from February to 1st August. Okay, in this period you can do a lot of practice, a lot of coding, practice coding, all these things you can do. Okay, so uh, this is the answer to this doubt. Okay,
So
so yes.
I actually want to address one question. Like few students will be like either they will do self preparation, or if they are a go class central student, they will feel like I will prepare my own sequence of subjects which I want to follow. I want to give one suggestion for them. In the revision strategy that I explained before, what happens is, let's assume 1 month is over, you will have two subjects to revise in the pipeline, and if 2 months are over, you will have four subjects, and if 3 months you will have six subjects. Something, I mean, if there are small subjects, you have six subjects. You will revise the first month completed subject in the second month. But what happens is you don't have to leave that particular subject. Let's assume you completed a subject in April, and in the month of May you revise that particular subject and you give the topic wise test and all. And after that, until November or October, you should also revise 2 to 3 more times for that particular subject. What happens is, as the months goes on, the number of subjects in the revision pipeline will get increased. So I would suggest a student who is looking to prepare his own subject sequence, you should not do the easiest subject first, and just to have the count. People will have that I have completed 8 subjects. but all of them were easy. The rest of the four hard subjects were left when the month of August. What happens is you won't get enough time for practice if you complete hard subjects in the month of August, September. So having and also even if you do hard subjects in the beginning, what happens is if you don't do revision properly, you won't even able to recall anything in the month of September, October. So there are problems with the both strategies. So what you can do is you can mix them. Do one hard subject and along with one easy subject so that you can focus more practice for hard subject, and you can take I mean more time for hard subject and less time for comparatively easy subject. So have a mixture of this. In my opinion, the subject sequence provided by Go classes this year is really very good because they completed the system subjects and computer networks by the month of July or August, I think. I've seen the video and I even commented under the video also that like this year's schedule is subject sequence is really very good. You can follow that schedule blindly because the mathematics is must. We have to complete it in the beginning of the preparation only. After that, at the ending, you are having data structures, compiler design. Yeah, these subjects are very easy and even the small subjects you can cover them very easily. And they are all if he is a computer science from a computer science background, data structures and algorithms will be easy for him to him or her for solving, yeah, for learning rather than system subjects and computer networks. I feel like comparatively harder than data structures, C programming, digital logic, compilers, TOC. Have a mixture of the easy and hard, and according to your personal personal level, you can have this. You can divide the subjects into easy and hard, and have mixture of them, and prepare a schedule according to that. Don't do first easy and then hard. Don't do first hard and then easy. I did the first easy and hard in my third year preparation. It backfired me, so I learned from that, and yeah, this is yes, sir.
So Siddharth is basically suggesting that maybe one time you can see the subject sequence that we have provided for GATE CS 2026 experience. So on YouTube, you just search Go Classes Orientation Session and you watch Go Classes Orientation Session for GATE CS 2026. In that orientation session, we have provided the subject sequence that in this sequence you can follow the subjects. That sequence, one time you can see that subject sequence, and you can make your mind, you can make your own subject sequence also if you want, but the point is one time you can check that. Okay, so I will provide the orientation session link also, I will provide in the description, also in the pinned comment, so you can find the orientation session link from there also. Okay, now the next doubt that Siddharth students are asking, that is it possible to prepare for gate while working a full time job? So I think this doubt we have already answered.
Answer yes.
Okay, let's go to the next doubt. That is number of hours to study to get a top rank. This is a doubt that on Telegram many students they ask. Regularly
Yeah.
some student will come and they will ask how many hours to study so that I can guarantee I can get a top rank. So please
few people
answer.
even few people even ask for I want to get AR1, how many hours I have to study. uh, my simple answer is like study how many जितना कर सकते हो उतना कर ले. I mean, study for how many hours you can study it. For a final student or a working professional, it might not be possible to study 10 hours. Study for 6 to 7 hours, but keep in mind the number of hours is not important, but the consistent efforts are really very important. Doing small work every day is important, but not the intensity is not more important. Consistency is important than intensity. Don't study for 6 hours on one day and 14 hours on another day, and for another day 2 hours, and for another day 7 hours, and not like that. If you want to study to 6 hours to 7 hours only, study every day. That consistency is important, but not the number of hours you study. There are many toppers who study only 7 to 8 hours or 6 to 7 hours, and they eventually they get the top rank.
Yes, yes, Siddharth. So basically, actually, there are two, three things here. First is you put your best effort every day. Maybe on
Yeah.
some day you have only 4 hours that you can study. Maybe because of some other work, because of job, because of college, because of semester exam, because of some other reason, some family function, some maybe anything can happen. But the point is maybe let's assume someday you have only 4 hours that you can study. So study for 4 hours. On some days you can study for 8 to 10 hours. Study that. So the point is every day you should put your best effort. Okay, how much best effort you can put on that particular day. One more thing, let's assume you are asking me that, sir, how many hours every day should I study so that I can get a first rank or top rank? And let's assume I answer that, okay, you study 10 hours every day. Then should you do that? Should you study 10 hours every day? The answer is no, because maybe you will burn out after 6 hours. Let's assume that depends on you. Some students they burn out after 6 hours, some students they burn
Yes.
out after 10 hours, some students can study for 12 hours, 14 hours, and they do not burn out. So
Yeah.
basically I am saying that you should focus on yourself. What is your potential? How many hours you can study with good focus? Okay, it's not, see, if I tell you that, okay, study for 10 hours, and after 6 or 7 hours your focus is gone. Now if you
Yeah.
study for 3 more hours, there is nothing going to happen. You are not going to learn anything, because already you are not focused. So I am just suggesting that with good focus, with full focus, with energy, with, with enjoyment, whatever number of hours you can study every day, you should do that. Also, let's assume Siddharth says that, okay, every day 5 hours you should study. Now let's assume that you have already studied for 5 hours, and now there is time left. Let's
Yes.
assume
Yes.
there is still time left. Then should you not study? Of course you should study more. Okay, there is time left, you can
Yeah.
focus, maybe you can study for 3 more hours, 4 more hours, then you should do that. So basically the point of Siddharth is also the same, that you should focus on yourself, your potential, your, I can say, stamina. So you
Yeah.
should decide for yourself that on that particular day I will put my best effort. Okay, and this you should do on every day. The consistency matters. It does not matter every day you are studying for 6 hours. No, it does not matter. Maybe someday 4 hour, then 6 hour, then 10 hour, then 2 hour, then 4 hour, then 6 hour. This is what consistency means. So you should focus on being consistent. Study every day, and on a single day, on a particular day, you should put your best effort. So this is the overall summary. Siddharth, I hope I
Yeah.
was correct. Let me correct if I mentioned something wrong. Let me know.
No, sir. Yeah, I think it was correct.
Okay, so let's go to the next question, that is, what are the three things that you could change if you would prepare again? This is an interesting question, and in the chat also someone was asking the same question, that
Okay.
in your preparation you already got all engineering 38. Now many people will be thinking, all engineering 38, that is like the best, the dream achievement. So
Yeah.
now you will not be having any regret. But we just want
Yeah.
to know, if you had to prepare again, if you go back in time and you had to prepare again for 1 year, then what things you will change, what things you will improve in your preparation?
I would take care of my silly mistakes from the beginning on. Uh, it is very simple because nobody addresses this. Uh, assume that in some test which is for 50 marks, and you are able to score 40 marks, which is like I think 80% something like that. And but you are not able to score the rest of the 20% of the marks. And let's assume in those 10 marks, 6 marks are lost just because of silly mistakes. What happens to student is when he sees the 40 marks, and he will get very happy, and in this and while seeing the wrong questions or unattempted questions, he will be like, this is very silly mistake. This will not happen in the actual exam. This is very silly mistake. This will not happen in the actual exam. I don't have to worry about this. No, that is not the case, because I did the same. Even if I get 44 marks, and even if I lose, even if it is a 2 mark question also, even if you lose that particular because of one silly mistake, you should take care of the silly mistake. You should not never repeat in any test. Mostly people do take care of silly mistakes from the mock tests. They won't start it from the beginning of the preparation, either from the topic questions or nothing. I would suggest everyone to take care of the silly mistake from beginning of your preparation. If in a particular topic quest test you did a mistake of true or false statements related to that, you should never do that particular mistake in the coming upcoming exams. Make a strategy of your own. Try to do different things, try to apply different strategies, and try what is working for you. And this is one thing that I will be taking care of silly mistakes from the beginning of my preparation. And the second thing would be, I would do meditation every day for 5 to 10 minutes, because it is very important to handle. if you're not able to handle pressure, and if you're not able to be stay calm in the examination, uh, yes, in the examination time also, go classes also posted something, there are 10 marks for your calmness in the examination, right? It is really true, because if in my actual examination, after half time is completed, I was able to only solve 20 to 25 questions, which is like, I have never done that. It is very new situation to me. I'm a type of person who solves around 30 to 35 questions after the first half, and in the next half I used to solve 25 questions, something like that. I'll be done with the exam. But in actual exam, what happened is, I was like 20 to 25 questions only I was able to solve, and there are 40 new questions which are like white, not even blue or something, not marked for review. I have seen that question already, not like that. They are very new questions. 40 questions I have to solve in the rest 1.5 hour. I got really panicked, and I paused my exam for 5 to 10 minutes, and I was like doing meditation so that my mind gets stable. If you have this habit from the beginning only, you'll become very calm, and it really affects, and you won't understand the importance of doing meditation every day in the beginning of the preparation, but you can understand the importance during mock test, when you feel the pressure, actual pressure, when you're giving AMTs, you will understand why I'm saying to do meditation. And this is the second one, and the third one would be like, I will be reading a book every day. Just 1 to 2 pages is enough. You should read the book in a, like, you should be, when you're solving one question or when you're reading a question, you should be able to understand the meaning of the question very quickly. What is the importance of can, could, may? These small terms will affect you in MSQs, in multiple select questions, right? So I would recommend students to read books, just that you should be able to understand the meaning of the sentences very quickly. If you do read books every day, it will help you. I would recommend to read self-development books. Actually, I read Atomic Habits book in my third year, which helped me understand the importance of habits. If you help habits, it will definitely lead you to be consistent in your preparation. My In my preparation, I developed consistency like this. My plan was really very clear. In the morning hours, I used to study. I used to consume new content, and in the afternoon time, I used to practice the questions. This is the thing that I did for my entire preparation until October November, until the syllabus was not completed. Morning until 12, I used to listen to the lectures, and in the afternoon time, I used to practice, and in the night time, I used to do revision. This is the thing that I did for 6 to 7 months. Just because I was doing this for 2 to 3 months, eventually it will become my habit to consume a new content every day now. Yeah, habits, you can read self-development books. These are the three things. Uh, I will say once again. Silly mistakes I will control from the beginning only. And the second is I will do meditation for 5 to 10 minutes. And I will read a book for 1 to 2 pages. Yeah, these things I will change. Yes.
That's really interesting, Siddharth. I will just add one thing to the silly mistake point. Actually, students don't take silly mistakes seriously during the
Yeah.
preparation. In the
Yes.
weekly quizzes, in the test series, they don't take silly mistakes seriously. But the silly mistakes will hurt you the most in the actual gate exam. So after the actual gate exam, if you get to know that okay, you have done 10 questions wrong, in those 10 questions the 5 questions you did wrong because of conceptual mistakes, okay,
Yes.
like you did not know the
Yeah.
concept or your conceptual understanding was wrong. So
Wrong. Yeah.
those 5 questions will not hurt you because you did not know the concept, so those 5 questions you could not do. So these 5 questions will not hurt you, but the remaining 5 questions that you could have done but you made silly mistake, these 5 questions will haunt you for the maybe for the 2 3 4 months.
Yes.
So please take silly mistakes very seriously in the weekly quizzes, in the test series. There are many weekly quizzes in the go classes course, many tests in the test series. There are topic wise tests, subject wise tests, mock test, all India mock test, there are mixed subject test, and basically number of test is there is too much. Okay, so you can practice all these things during your preparation, okay, so that you don't make mistake in the actual gate exam. And again the point that take silly mistakes very seriously, because Siddharth, actually this also happens with the students, that the questions in which they are making the silly mistake in the weekly quiz, let's assume there are 15 questions, and in 5 questions, the 5 questions they could not solve. Now two questions are because of some conceptual misunderstanding, so they do not understand the concept, so they could not solve the two question. So they will feel bad for these two questions in the weekly quiz, that okay,
Yes, yes.
these two questions I could not solve. Okay,
Yeah.
but the three questions which in which they made silly mistake, actually they will feel happy that this was a silly mistake, no problem,
Yeah.
in the
No
next test
problem.
I will not make. Okay,
Yes.
actually they will count these three questions in their
Eh,
in their
yes, yes. In the
positive,
marks. Yeah.
in
Yes,
their
yes. Right.
marks they will,
Yes,
they
yes.
will forcefully add, okay, these three questions 6 marks, okay, so let me add these 6 marks in my actual marks. So this is
Yeah.
how they will convince themselves, this is how
Yes, yes.
they try to, they try to satisfy, they try to convince themselves that okay, ये तो सिली मिस्टेक है, इनको तो अगले टेस्ट में नहीं करूंगा, तो एक काम करता हूँ, ये सिली मिस्टेक, ये तो सिली मिस्टेक थी, तो इसको मैं काउंट कर लेता हूँ कि मैं
काउंट कर
इतने
लेते
क्वेश्चन
हैं।
कर लिए मैंने।
Yes.
तो बस आपको ऐसा नहीं करना है, आपको प्रिपरेशन के अंदर खुद को धोखा नहीं देना है। सिली मिस्टेक हुई है तो हुई है भाई, गेट एग्जाम के अंदर सिली मिस्टेक होगी, वो मार्क्स अगर एक बार चले गए तो वो वापस तो नहीं आने वाले। तो सेम चीज आपको वीकली की जो टेस्ट के अंदर भी करनी है, कि सिली मिस्टेक के जो मार्क्स हैं उनको भी सीरियसली लेना है, और उससे डिमोटिवेट नहीं होना है कि यार अरे यार सिली मिस्टेक हो रही है, अब मैं टेस्ट नहीं दूंगा, अब मैं कोई इजी सी टेस्ट सीरीज दूंगा। ऐसा नहीं करना है, आपको बस ये सोचना है कि इन सिली मिस्टेक को मैं अगली बार कैसे रिड्यूस करूं, अगली बार मैं थोड़ा और फोकस के साथ एग्जाम दूंगा। ठीक है, थोड़ा थोड़ा सा मतलब सोचूंगा कि इस तरह की सिली मिस्टेक को कैसे रिड्यूस करना है, इस तरह की
Yes,
सिली
yes.
मिस्टेक को कैसे रिड्यूस करना है, तो थोड़ा सा
Yes.
बेसिकली एक पॉजिटिव आप खुद का माइंडसेट रखो और इंप्रूवमेंट पे फोकस करो। ओके।
Sir, regarding revision, I want to show something that which I followed. Can I share my screen?
यस, सो
Okay.
जस्ट
Uh,
लेट मी मेक यू, you can share your screen.
sure. Is this well visible, right?
Yes, yes, visible.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me. Mm. These are like, as I told that I will be revising subjects after a month. But how I used to revise a subject, I also, for example, let's take graph theory. If you see here, uh, these are like outlines that are created for a particular subject. In the sense like basic concepts of graph. In that particular concept, what are the side headings that we can, what are the side topics that we can revise during our revision. This is how I prepared for each subject, and I use this in the revision. What I used to do is I will take this document and I will take a pen and paper and I will sit and I will just write down what I can recall by seeing the side headings, so that I will understand what I cannot recall and like that. You can see here special types of graphs, graph isomorphism, complement. I prepared. I used to do revision like this. This is the strategy that I applied in my revision period. Yeah, this is how I used to revise. Uh, just like just I used to open these documents and I take a pen and paper and I sit and I write what I can recall from these subjects. These are the documents that I prepared in my preparation time for every subject. For TOC, for proposition logic, C programming, anything. For everything that I prepared like these documents, and I used to just revise using these documents in the revision time. Yeah, this is something I want to add. I said when I used to revise, but I did not say how I used to revise. Just reading notes or giving tests. This is what I used to do. This is what I want to say.
That's really
You can
interesting,
continue.
Siddharth. Actually, when I was seeing this graph theory, the doc of graph theory you opened, and also theory of computation. So basically,
Yeah.
these are in the same sequence as the Go classes course. So all
Yes,
these
sir.
you prepared in your final year of preparation when you got all India rank 38. In that 1 year of preparation, you made
Correct.
all these documents for each subject, for each topic. You made these documents from the Go classes courses.
Right, sir. Right. And also, I want to show one more thing. In the subject wise, as I mentioned that I used to plan my subject, right. I used to plan when I starting this particular subject. What I used to do is, for suppose, take digital logic, and when I used to start a particular subject, I used to divide these PIQs in this manner. after completing module one, what PYQs that I can solve. Since I prepared already, I have the idea that what I can solve after completing this particular module. In the initial phase, I used to divide like this, but when I do planning, I used to do in the lecture level. After completing this particular lecture, what PYQs I can solve. I used to divide this and I used to prepare from Google Sheet. I used to track using Google Sheets. May I show those schedule sheets, sir?
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And this is how I used to track my weekly quizzes. The links that will be available here on. These are the few quizzes that I was not able to attempt in preparation. And if you see in the month of Jan, July, August, I used to schedule like this before starting a particular subject. In on which day, what are the lectures that I have to watch? Complete until 1.5 hour of the lecture 1B. In that particular day, I used to have a target that I have to watch until lecture 1B, and and 20 questions from 1.28 in that particular subtopic of side heading of PYQ. I have to solve only 20 questions. And yeah, this is what I followed. This is how I used to schedule my work, sir. Yeah, this is something I want to share.
That's really interesting, Siddharth. A student is also saying, Sankesh Patil, he is saying it will be very helpful if you share all these in a drive. So basically,
Sure.
Sankesh, we will see, Siddharth, anything that you can share, anything that will
Yeah,
be beneficial for the future aspirants, maybe you can share in the Google Drive. You can remove your personal some information. Basically,
yeah,
you can, before putting in the drive, you can check what information you want to provide, what information you don't want to provide,
yes, sir.
and then you can share the link with me. I will put it in the pinned comment, also in the description I will put it, so that it will be helpful for the future aspirants.
Actually,
Actually,
the
this was,
plan.
yes,
Yeah, continue, sir.
दिस वाज एक्चुअली वेरी इंस्पायरिंग। इतना मतलब सिस्टमेटिक तरीके से जो आपने तैयारी करी है, मेरा मन कर रहा है कि मैं पास्ट में जाके अपनी फिर से गेट की तैयारी करूं और थोड़ी इस तरह से सिस्टमेटिक करूं। शायद मेरी भी मतलब 67 रैंक की बजाय मेरी भी क्या पता बढ़िया रैंक आती।
Yes,
लेकिन
yes.
बहुत ही सिस्टमेटिक तैयारी आपने करी है। दिस इज
Sure.
रियली मतलब मैं देखते हुए मैं खुद मतलब बहुत ही क्यूरियोसिटी से देख रहा हूँ। ऑब्वियसली ये जो स्टूडेंट्स इस वक्त ये सेशन देख रहे हैं, 42 स्टूडेंट्स इस वक्त लाइव हैं, तो इनको भी ये चीज़ काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लगी होगी, बहुत ही क्यूरियोसिटी से उन्होंने भी ये चीज़ देखी होगी। मैं खुद बहुत ही क्यूरियोसिटी से देख रहा था कि ये कितना सिस्टमेटिक तरीके से डेडिकेशन, डिसिप्लिन, ये जो डिसिप्लिन वाला वर्ड है ना, उसका
Uh,
मीनिंग इससे पता चलता है।
and
यस।
yes, sir, I can share those documents also. Actually, the schedule is prepared from month of June for technical subjects. The schedule will be until now October, I think. And if a student is from Go classes, it will be really beneficial for that particular student. He will come. He can complete the syllabus, and the daily content length will be around. Initial, it will be around 5.5 hours, and after 2 months, I increase it up to 6, and after 2 months, I increase it up to 6.5 hours every day. Yeah, I can share the documents.
ओके, सो सिद्धार्थ, लेट मी गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन that we got from the students. That is, why do students fail despite working hard? Yeah, this is very interesting question. Many students, they prepare full year for the gate exam, they put their efforts, but still some students, they don't get successful, maybe they don't get the desired rank. So why do some students fail despite working hard?
One of the reason can be they are not having any good analytical skills or any good planning. I know few friends of me who prepared for 1 year entirely, but they could not get the rank they want, the college they want. They're not able to get and in my opinion, I was the student in my third year. You can assume who worked really very hard but could not get the desired rank because I don't know anything about Gate and I don't know what is actually Gate expects from me. It expects from you like uh, it is very simple. You have to solve PYQ. Sir, I want to just tell you something that I don't even know that the word test series even exists in the world until then my month of December also in my third year because I'm not aware of aware of all these things, right? I just know I have to complete the syllabus. I have to do the PYQs. I did that, but these are all not sufficient for a complete preparation due to the lack of awareness of what actually GATE requires. Might be one of the reason why students fail despite working hard. And also few like bad strategies or wasting time in notes making, not wasting time. I know few friends of me who looks to make a good notes. They want to write each and every question in the notes, and they want to be like looking very good, and investing time in these type of things. I don't see them as an useful thing that a person can do. Yeah, that is, matlab, they don't have the clarity of exactly what they have to do in the preparation journey. They can have few guides, or they can see some YouTube proper videos, and they can seek guidance. Yeah, yes sir. Yeah, clarity नहीं होगा इसलिए शायद फेल हो सकता है.
Okay. So basically, why some students fail even after putting, hard work, even after doing a lot of hard work. So basically, what Siddharth is saying, that maybe you should improve the analytical skills, the problem solving skills. Maybe when you are solving a question, you should not just focus on getting the answer. Getting the answer is very easy, but do you actually understand the question? All the four options? Do you understand the meaning of all the four options? Why three options are correct? Why three options are wrong? Why one option is correct? Do you understand each and every aspect of that particular question? Do you have the clear understanding of the question, the complete understanding, and the correct understanding? Is there any misconception? And if you get to know that, okay, there was some misconception, then are you ready to improve upon it? So
Yeah.
Siddharth, actually, this is very, I can say, concerning thing, that sometimes students, they, when they get to know that, okay, this was my misconception, still they defend their notes, still they defend, the teacher from
Yeah.
whom they studied.
Yes.
Actually, once you get to know that, okay, this was a misconception, you can improve it. You can check the standard resources, and you can see, okay, yes, it was in the standard, according to the standard resources, yes, this was my misconception. Okay, so let me correct it. It is not a hard thing. You are doing something that will benefit you. Okay, so please do not lie to yourself. Be very, I can say, truthful to yourself. Okay, that wherever there will be chance of improvement, I will do that. Every question I will solve, not just to get the answer, but actually to get the answer in a correct way, in a clear way. Okay, so like that, if you study, I think your possibility, your chances of getting a top rank will increase very much. So
And one more thing, sir. Students don't work upon their weaknesses. They try to run from them. In my case, I have weakness. I have weak topics, and in which the major change that I did in my final months of preparation is like I gave up giving the mock exams for 2 weeks or 1 week like that, and I only worked upon the weak areas, only the weak areas, which I'm not able to get marks. And also you should that is, I mean, as I said, you should be able to attempt all the 65 questions comfortably. You should be able to have conceptual clarity in all the topics. Then only you can ignore those five tough questions. Then only you can ignore. And yeah, do work on your weaknesses rather than only working upon and improving your stronger areas. You should also work upon your weak areas also.
yes, Siddharth, in the chat, Dharun Sainath is asking a very good doubt. In short, can you say top 3 points what Gate expects? So briefly, the Dharun wants, on top of your mind, what comes
Yeah.
that for the Gate computer science preparation or Gate DA preparation, basically, what are the top three things, very important things?
uh, a good conceptual understanding of all subjects, and solving PYQs in a proper manner, and a revision. I think these three is enough. Yes, sir. And you should also give test series, sir. The I have a few list of things like good conceptual understanding with PYQ and test series, and with the proper revision, you'll get the top rank definitely, and
So
a
these
consistent efforts.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
right.
these are the things. See, GATE preparation, getting a top rank in the GATE exam, getting all India rank 38. This is not a mysterious thing. You can do that. All you need to do, very simple things. Simple things you have to do in a very better way.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you don't have to do fancy things, you just have to follow the simple things. That is, the first thing is conceptual understanding. Was the lectures for good understanding, not just to cover the syllabus. Was
Yeah.
the lectures for good understanding of the concepts? So that is conceptual understanding. The second is gate previous year questions, very important. Solve each and every gate pyq with the correct way, not just to get the answer, but get the answer in a
Yeah.
correct and clear way. Another is test series, so that you can reduce your silly mistakes, so that you can improve your time management skills, or so that you can get to know which areas you are actually, which are your weak areas. So test
Yeah.
series will let you know all these things, so that you
Yes.
can work upon your weak areas, you can improve, you can do the revision again, you can come back to the same question again, you can solve it. So this is what the test series does. And there was consistent effort. Siddharth is saying that you should put consistent effort. Also, one important point that Siddharth said, that is, you should not run from your weak areas. For example,
Yeah.
sometimes, actually, this is the feedback, Siddharth, we get in the go classes test series also. Students, what they do in some test, if they get low marks, then they run from this, and they just intentionally, they go to some, they know that okay, there is some easy test series, let me go there, let me get 80 90 marks out of 100 there. So this you should not do. You should try to improve. After every test, you analyze all the questions in that test. Let's assume in a test there are 30 questions. So some questions you are able to solve, some questions you are not able to solve, in some questions you will make silly mistakes. Now after the test, do the analysis. Don't worry about the marks. If you are getting low marks, high marks, don't worry. Just do the analysis of all the 30 questions. Then if some question you could not solve, you revise that topic. One time you revise, then you again come back to this question, again solve this question. That will give you a lot of confidence that you have improved your knowledge. Okay, so whenever you get low marks, please do not get demotivated.
Mm.
Actually, some students, they just want to get demotivated for every small thing. Please don't do that. If you want to become a topper, please think like a topper, have a mindset like topper. And the mindset of topper is improvement. Throughout the
Yeah.
preparation, every day, improvement, increasing the knowledge, improvement. This is what this is what toppers do throughout their preparation. And then suddenly one day in the gate exam, they get lucky and they get the top rank.
Yeah.
So
Actually, when some students don't feel like studying or getting demotivated, that don't feel like studying or doesn't uh, doesn't have a mind to study, what they can think is like, in this particular point of time, what a topper will do, what a topper is doing, because the competitor is already studying, but you are feeling demotivated, and all. You can think like, my competitor is already studying, is investing time in strengthening his weak areas, so I should not give up right now, so that he can get motivation by this. Just think what others are actually doing, what a top ranker, a top 10 ranker, what he does in this particular point of time when he gets demotivated. Yes, that can boost the confidence. Yeah. And
yes,
they'll get ashamed, and they at least they will study for half an hour, 1 hour.
yes. So basically, at any point, whenever you are confused, what should I do, then you can just think, you can visualize what a topper would do. So
Yeah.
maybe that automatically it will come to your mind, okay, yeah, the topper will improve. The topper will not
Mm.
run away because of
No.
getting low marks. The topper will
Yes.
definitely,
Definitely.
maybe, see, even the toppers, they can get demotivated for half an hour, 1 hour. But
Yeah.
the toppers, they don't get demotivated for 3 4 days. They just,
Okay.
for maybe half an hour, for 1 hour, they will feel
Yeah.
sad. Okay, I got less
Sure.
marks in this test. They will feel sad. But just after 1 or 2 hours, they will again,
Then
yeah, they will
back to
again
work.
get back to their track. So
Yes.
this is what is, this is what makes people toppers.
Yeah.
So so I think we have taken all the doubts, Siddharth.
Okay.
And there is another doubt, that is, can I get a top rank if I dedicate 5 to 6 hours to the gate preparation every day? Can I get a top rank?
Obviously, if you working hard is not only is sufficient thing, it is the necessary condition, and working hard in the right direction. If you study for 5 to 6 hours, definitely can get a top rank. Yeah.
Yes, consistently you study. If you can study 5 to 6 hours every day, consistently
And
you do that till the gate
definitely.
exam, definitely you will get a top rank. Maybe on Sunday you can study more hours. Maybe on Sunday,
Yeah.
Saturday, when there is
Sunday,
holiday,
Saturday.
when
Yeah.
there is holiday, so you can utilize the holiday and you can study for maybe 8 to 10 hours. So just put your best effort. That is the final conclusion. Okay. So the next only two doubts are remaining related to,
Okay.
gate, college and placement related to this topic discussion. So the one doubt is, what is your backup plan if you don't get a good rank in the gate exam?
Again, I will prepare for gate exam. I don't have a backup plan. I don't believe in plan Bs or something like backup plan. Yeah. If I don't get an admission in IISc college this year, I would have taken a drop next year also. Yeah, I don't have any backup plans. My only goal is to get into a good college. Actually, IISc. My only goal is to get into IISc. I don't have any backup plans.
Okay, so basically you had a very clear focus that, okay, I want to get into top college for MTech, and for that, let's assume your gate exam did not go well. Let's assume this year you could not get this rank that you are getting. Then in that case, you were ready that, okay, I will take a drop and
Yeah.
I will prepare.
I actually after examination of set two was over, since we know that the paper was very difficult, and after half an hour only I got this ideas like I have to take a drop this year. I won't get definitely top 100. तो नहीं आएगा इस साल. I have already made my mind on that day only. I am taking a drop this year. Yeah, but due to normalization and the toughness of, मतलब difference in the toughness of papers, we got 38.
Yes, yes, Siddharth. I also remember actually after the gate exam, I had conversation with Siddharth. Actually, throughout his preparation, we had a lot of conversation. At least I can say 15 times we had phone call conversation for 1 year. Throughout his preparation, we had phone call conversation, telegram, private messages. Okay, so we had a
Yeah.
lot of conversation. I called Siddharth after the gate exam. I asked him how did the gate exam go. His answer was, sir, अच्छा नहीं गया, because he was actually in the set 2. He did not realize कि set 1 और set 2 के डिफिकल्टी लेवल में कितना डिफरेंस है. He did not realize. तो सिद्धार्थ सेट 2 का पेपर दे के आए और उन्होंने बोला कि मेरा एग्जाम अच्छा नहीं गया, मेरे को दोबारा एक साल तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. सो दैट वाज आवर डिस्कशन. लेकिन कुछ दिन बाद में देखें तो ऑल इंडिया रैंक 38 आ गई. तो
Yes, sir.
yes, Siddharth. So there is one last doubt, one last question, that is, how should I utilize semester breaks for gate preparation? This is interesting.
Uh, Semester breaks, you can, I mean, you can cover most of the syllabus in during the semester breaks. For suppose you were covering only 3 to 4 hours of lectures every day in during the college days, and if you got a semester break for 2 months, you can cover I think 2 to 3 subjects, or even the small subjects, 4 subjects you can cover in those 2 months if you study every day for six hours of lectures every day. If you watch, since it is a holiday, you can invest 6 hours of lectures every day. Yeah, try to cover the syllabus. 2 to 3 subjects in those 2 months. It will help you because you will not have burden of having more number of subjects left to cover, right? And you can revise the previous subjects, and you can give the topic wise test and subject wise test of the previous subjects that you have covered during your college time. One thing is like cover more lecture content every day during the semester breaks, and another thing is like revise the previous subjects entirely. For suppose you completed 3 to 4 subjects in previous prior to the semester break, then revise them properly with in proper manner and give all the topic wise subject wise tests. Ensure that you have everything in your mind after the before you're going to the college again. The subjects you have completed already, you must have everything in your mind. Ensure that one, and also try to maximize the number of hours you consume in a day. Yeah, lecture content.
So basically, whenever there are semester breaks, do not waste time. Utilize them. That is the best period. In
Yeah,
those days, you can study for maybe 10 hours, maybe 8 to 10 hours. You can study every day, and you can try to complete as many subjects as possible. Basically, do the best utilization of time, whether it is semester breaks or during the semester, during any period of time. You just try to steal time for your preparation. Okay, so you should utilize your time every day. So the semester breaks, these are really very good time. You can cover as much as syllabus you can understand, you can cover some subjects. So that is the best time to maybe cover your backlog also.
yeah,
So
like
yeah. So please utilize every holiday that you are getting, every single off day that you are getting. Please utilize that to the best way. Okay. So okay, so Siddharth, all the doubts that we got from the students basically on the LinkedIn, let me tell you all these doubts we got on the LinkedIn in the private messages to Siddharth. I will share the LinkedIn profile of Siddharth in the pinned comment, also in the description. You can check it out. If you have any doubt, if you want to ask any doubt to Siddharth, you can message him on LinkedIn, you can connect and you can message. So basically all these doubts that we have discussed in this session, these were doubts that Siddharth received on Telegram, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp. All the students, all the future aspirants, they were asking him doubts, and then finally these are the doubts related to college, gate and placement. So I hope this session was very helpful for the students who are preparing for the gate exam with college, with first year, second year, third year, fourth year. If you are preparing with college, then I hope this session was very helpful to you. Please share it with all the students who are preparing for the gate exam with college. Please share it, and please like and please comment. Please share your feedback in the comments and please share it. So thank you, Siddharth, for joining us in this session. This was really very insightful session. You cracked, you got all India rank 38 with final year. That is amazing achievement. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for answering all the doubts of future aspirants.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So thank you, everyone. Please like, please press the like button. Please put a comment. Please put your feedback in the comments. Did you like the session? And also, if you have any doubt to ask Siddharth, you can put a comment. Siddharth will answer your doubt in the comment also. So if you have any doubt, you can put in the comment. We will request Siddharth that he can, in his free time, he can reply to your doubt in the comment itself. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Siddharth.
Thank you. Okay.